Outside these gym doors, in front of the small gym, is the Siren School's Wall of Honor. The Siren Board of Education established the Wall of Honor to recognize the accomplishment of Siren alumni, employees, citizens, and groups and organizations who have lived and served within the school district and whose actions or traits have provided a level of inspiration to students in a manner that has caused the character and or the academic integrity of the Siren student body to be elevated to an unparalleled level of excellence. There are presently 19 individuals and organizations on the Wall of Honor. Today, we get the honor of presenting the 20th Siren Wall of Honor Award. To make today's presentation, I would like to introduce Ms. Bryn Anderson.
Good afternoon. It is an honor to introduce this year's Wall of Honor inductee. The Wall of Honor was established by the Siren School Board to recognize and honor the accomplishments of Siren alumni, employees, and citizen groups and organizations. It is established to recognize those that have made contributions in the areas of education, business, human services, government, athletic, military, fine arts, and community involvement. Today's inductee fills the scope and intent of the wall to a T. Dr. Norman Jensen grew up in Siren, graduating as valedictorian of the class of 1958. He was also an Eagle Scout. He is a proud product of Wisconsin's public schools, including the Siren School, University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, and the University of Wisconsin-Madison Medical School. Following internship and residency at Harvard, he served as a doctor in the U.S. Navy during the Vietnam War. He was assigned to the Great Lakes Naval Training Station in Illinois, 2 years active and 10 years in the reserve. Following military service, he joined the faculty of the University of Wisconsin Medical School, where for 48 years he split his faculty time between teaching and internal medicine practice. He retired in July of 2018. Dr. Jensen considers himself a child of the Siren community, describing himself as a vulnerable, loosely attached, virtual-only child at risk for self-destructive behavior. He attributes his success to the support of many Siren people, including his Boy Scout Troop 61 Scoutmaster, choir and youth group leaders, teachers, coaches, and music and drama directors, and his family doctor, Dr. George Grindel. Dr. Jensen and his wife Nancy, who is a Frederick native, but we won't hold that against her, have 2 children and 6 grandchildren who also enjoy Siren. They have owned a home on Crooked Lake since 1976. He prides himself on being a landlord for over 70 big brown bats that eat thousands of Siren mosquitoes and considers it an honor to support the Siren community, including generous contributions to the music and science departments. He was a major financial support of the band shell in the park, and most recently, he brought the Wisconsin Singers here to perform at Siren. We are proud to welcome Dr. Jensen to the stage, and we formally induct him into the Siren Wall of Honor.
So hello everyone, and a huge congratulations to the graduates, class of 2019, and all those who have taught them, loved them, cared for them. So your principal, Cobalt, when I asked him how long I could talk, and he said, keep it under an hour. So I'll do that. I expect you grads are anxious to get your diplomas, change your clothes, celebrate with friends and family, count the money, and get on with your lives. So I'll only briefly share my appreciation for being elected to the Dragon Hall of the Wall of Honor. And I promise I'll only speak for 3 more minutes. You can time me. It's kind of a big deal to be recognized by your hometown school. Actually, I'm trying to feel worthy of it. I deeply appreciate the honor and my classmate Joyce McKinley Glover, who nominated me, and I thank all those who thought me worthy of it. And then I really want to share this honor with the village of Siren. They helped me avoid self-destruction and to get ready for life after high school. You may even share something about my story. My parents were financially devastated by the banking failure of 1929 and the Great Depression that followed. They were literally and suddenly thrown into poverty, personal suffering, depression, and alcoholism, from which they never fully recovered. They had all they could handle providing food, clothing, and shelter. I'm an example of the child that needed his village to do what his parents could not. My Siren school teachers taught me the critical language arts of reading, writing, speaking, critical thinking. They and my math and science teachers enabled me to pursue a career in science and medicine. From my music teachers, I learned music appreciation and performance. My coaches taught me to compete fairly and vigorously. With my shop teacher, I initiated a lifetime hobby in woodworking. My Siren Boy Scout Troop 61 Scoutmaster taught nature appreciation, survival skills, personal honor, and leadership. My pastor and Sunday school teachers taught me the Christian moral code shared by the world's great religions. The downside of the Lutheran version in those days was that a lot of fun stuff was sinful. I'm grateful to my newspaper and lawn mowing customers, my summer employers at Swan's Bakery, J.B. Hanson's Hardware, Nelson's Store, DeJuck, Lumberyard, and Lars Warren's gas station. You may have heard of some of those. The village police officer who more than once offered constructive criticism on my driving and keeping my driver's license. Pete Kleeser, the owner of the other hardware store, who, as we sat on the curb trying to look innocent, told us shoplifting was sinful and could put us in jail. The railroad inspector, who warned us that putting rocks on the tracks to watch them explode when the train ran over them, told us that we could derail the train, burn the town down, and put us in jail. Yes, I was threatened with jail twice growing up in Siren. And not least of all, my friends, my classmates, and their parents who offered humor, loving appreciation, support, cookies, radish sandwiches. You like radish sandwiches, right, guys? Kool-Aid and constructive feedback. So, my major regret about growing up in Siren was not getting to better know my Native American classmates, their lives, and First Nation history and culture. I'm happy to know that's changing in the Siren School, and we heard evidence of it at the beginning of our program today, for there is much in Native tradition that will help us all save ourselves and our planet. And finally, to the grads. As young adults, you will continue to make many choices about who you want to become. I'll highlight only one, other than Principal Stetler's encouragement to smile liberally. What will you do with your natural childhood curiosity? My advice? Treasure it, nurture it. Curiosity leads to understanding in science and in human relationships. Perhaps never have we been more in need of that. Thank you, be well, and best wishes.